guys, welcome back with Wasi Banda. Today I'll be reviewing with you a platform called Ark7, a real estate crowdfunding platform that allows anyone to invest in single family housing and multifamily housing with only $5. And yeah, that somehow sounds familiar. Well, despite what you may think, Ark7 actually is not a brand new platform. They have been around for a while. As a matter of fact, they have been around as much as Landa App. However, for a very long time, they were only available for accredited investors. So only last month, they came in and they said, we're going to open this for the general public. Now, to their credit, I understand why most of the application, when they open up, they only go for accredited. It's much easier to go through the SEC filling with the accredited investors. Now, I'm really happy that this app is finally open for the general public. Honestly, when it comes to the execution, Ark7 is probably one of the best executed applications I ever seen. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in and show you why in a second. Now, before I go ahead and do so, if you are new to our channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button to always stay on the top of the trends in the real estate crowdfunding platform. Also, don't forget to go ahead and smash that like button. The other thing I would like to share, if you are new to Ark7 and decided to sign up, make sure to check our link in the description. You can get $50 sign up bonus when you invest $2,000 or more. Now let's go ahead and jump in. Now once you create your account with Ark7, this is what you will actually be able to see on the homepage. On top, if you have any money already invested, you will be able to see the total value of your account, all-time earning, what was the last received return of investment you had in both actual dividend as well as percentage, and what should you expect next. And you can see it actually can vary from one month to another. Now, next you can see actually the trending properties. I'm going to be honest, when it comes to the homepage, it's pretty neat. It only shows me the important information. It's really not overwhelming. And if you have multiple properties, you can actually see them under your portfolio. Now, a few things I want to point out, and I'm going to go ahead and do so here. If you see this community sign here on the top left, it means this property is open for all type of investor. It means it's open for the community. If you see this V vertex, it means it's only verified account, which means accredited investors, people who worth at least $1 million or have an income over $200,000 every year. So you can see actually they have a lot of property that's still only available for accredited. And I believe this is more of the older properties that they had it early on. So I don't think like in order for them to go back and change it, it might sound like a lot of headache. Now, even under the trending properties, you can see they are showing the important information like, hey, this is Philadelphia, this is Arizona, what would be the total return if you decide to invest, distribution, and so on. So again, I think it's pretty neat. I like it. It's very slick. If we go to the portfolio, you should have a little bit more detail. So here it's focusing more on your cash on top here. Again, I may have actually more cash if I go ahead and deposit some money. And I'm planning to actually do so just for now that they're going to have new properties I want to invest more in. Again, your buying power, all of this information is here. If I want to go ahead and withdraw, even if I have like literally a few cents, I can go ahead and withdraw them. So, you know, it's not limited. You don't have to worry about having a huge amount of money. And they will withdraw it to you right to your bank account. And you can see here my equity. Again, I invested $160 and I had 5 shares in Arizona City in a specific property that's listed as Arizona City S6. And they show you a little bit information about distribution. Again, overall, I think they are providing some really neat data here. And I'm excited to add more and more properties because this is going to fill up much nicer as time go on, especially now that it will be able to list all my property in one place. And I'm going to be honest, this is one of the things I am lacking in other platform. Not everybody show you your whole portfolio. So for example, with Landa App, when it comes to seeing my portfolio, there's not really an easy way to see what I'm seeing right here. I think they are focused more on analytics, and I just love how everything is displayed. Now, their app is really smooth. I have actually had their app on my phone for 1 full year. I never encountered one single issue with the platform. Again, I invested just recently because it was previously open available for only accredited. But again, I was playing with the application. I never had even an issue with loading and so on. So a lot of stuff, good stuff there. Now, I'm going to go ahead to the marketplace because this is something that you will deal with a lot. Now, on the top right here, you can see a really neat filter. They are filtering for you. You can go ahead and sort it by any type of information you are looking for. For example, if you are looking for passive income, maybe you can look for distribution. Also, they are doing it by city, property type, and the other important thing is the offering type. So for the majority of us, we will be looking for open all investors, not accredited. And you can see the offering went down to 4 from 17 just when we go ahead and do so. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take the filter down. Now, actually, they have these 1, 2, and 3. The first 3 properties, they are not yet available for people to invest in. But you can see they are all going to be open for all investors, which is really cool because I'm looking forward to invest in them. All of these 3 properties going to be available in Dallas. One of the things that's not listed here is how much the share will be. Each share for each one of these property going to be $20. I know that because they actually emailed everybody in Ark7, letting them know a little bit more information. Overall, I'm really excited to go ahead and invest in these properties. I don't know yet what the distribution is, but I definitely want to go ahead and get some piece of market in Dallas. Now, this is the only property that's currently, as of the time I'm making this video, open for all investors, which is Arizona City. You can see the important information all here, right? It's open for all investors based on this icon. I can tell that it's in Arizona City, and this is probably their 6th property. The share price is $32. It's single family housing. How many available shares? So right now there's 4,000 plus out of 11,000, and you can see all the important information here. So even before I go ahead and click on one of these properties, I can see all the important information up front. Now again, these are verified, a little bit older stuff, but actually I think they are very handy. So for example, let's click on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and show you why I love this platform and like literally the level of details they provide you. Now on pretty much every property, they usually have around 18 images. So this is an average. Sometimes they have less, sometimes they have more. When I look at this, I feel literally like I'm browsing Airbnb. Actually, they have more images than most of the property in Airbnb, which is really good because you need to have enough details about what exactly I'm investing in. Think about it. You are owning this property, right? Let's go back to the home, to the page of this property. Again, all the important information up front. Hey, distribution around 6%. Now, they have usually a summary for every property. I'm not really interested in it. But they also have some highlight, and I love this. Hey, look, this is duplex. It's have a long-term student rental and it's fully occupied. So it's some of the important highlights for me as an investor. Again, they have pretty much all the, again, I'm going to be honest, when I look at any other platform, right, when we are looking at Arrived, Landa, and so on, they all provide you a lot of information about each one of these stuff. But the level of detail and how neat they are actually displaying it, nobody came close to Ark7. Like, look at the return. If I buy my share today, they tell you when you're going to get your first distribution. So I'm looking at October sale, next November sale, and so on. It shows you here all the information regarding how they are making the income, what should you expect. So cash distribution 6%, but it's not all rental income, but percentage of it is interest income. And I want to point out, because this is a verified and accredited investor property, they are taking more risk. So pretty much all of the properties that open for accredited only, they are leveraged property. They actually go out, they take 2 loans on the property, and they make a profit from the difference between these 2 loans, and they are adding it to you as an income here. So this is an interest income purely coming from the 2 loans. Again, it's a little bit riskier to do so, but I understand they are focusing on providing a higher return for, you know, the accredited investor. Also, the appreciation, what should you expect? The other thing that I really like here is the exit strategy. Like, you can see, come here and see the timeline. You can go ahead and sell your share after 1 year. After 2 years, actually, you can get your full share price. So this is one thing you need to keep in mind. Location, again, I feel like I'm in Yelp here, right? What kind of, you know, stuff around you? You have coffee shops, retailer, etc. Again, if I'm looking to buy a house, I wouldn't find this much information in Zillow. It's just super neat. Walkability, transit. I'm honestly, if I want to go ahead and buy a house, I hope I can find this level of detail on a property, right? The schools, the rating of each school, financial information. And actually, even if you go back here, like for the income stuff, right? You can click on it and it will provide you additional detail on some of these properties, a lot of explanation, estimates, the historical returns they are expecting it, and prediction going forward. They provide you a lot of like detailed chart. Again, super neat. I love the level of analytics that are available on Ark7. Nobody come close to this level of detail. Again, I come on income, it provides me more detail, expenses, and they are very detailed. Like, look, gas and electricity, water, sewage, etc. Rental occupants, again, this is a multifamily housing. It wasn't always full. You can see your return, you know, probably like in June, you had the maximum return. It dropped a little bit in July because they had less people in the property. How's he going to use the money that they are raising, etc. Now, overall, I'm going to be honest, like when it comes to the offering, nobody come close to this level of detail. And you can actually click on view document and learn more about them. Like if you are looking for the, you know, documents they have with a rental agreement, details for SEC and so on, it's all here. Now, Again, I'm not going to focus on the Philadelphia one or actually most of these multifamily housing, but I'm really looking forward to own some of these multifamily housing. And I want to point out the share price can vary. Sometimes can be so expensive, sometimes can be too cheap, like here, $180, $95, $200. Now, I wish actually I could invest in that $200. Some of them early on, they had stuff like even $5. So it really varies. It's not like, hey, it's going to be high or low. You're going to have all type of properties and all type of actually share prices, and you can invest based on your comfort level. Again, I invested in the first one. I got really excited to have this opportunity. And again, I'm not going to go through how did I decide where I'm going to invest in any of these, but I'm planning to actually add more, especially here for Dallas. I'm very excited about adding more property in Texas. I don't have that many over there. And I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the important stuff also about this platform. So one of the things I actually like is if you go to the help section, they have the online support. So you can actually chat them if they are live. If they are not live, they're going to tell you, hey, we are sorry. You can leave for us a message and we're going to get back to you. So this is a nice feature. They have their Q&A and it will answer for you a lot of questions. Overall, honestly, I'm just really fond of this application. I believe it has really huge potential going forward. Again, when it comes to notification, they have a literally perfect notification. They're probably one of the best application when it comes to notification. Like, hey, if I deposit money today, they're going to provide me update when the money settles. They're going to provide me information when the renter is getting paid. I never really had any issue with any notification. I did not have any issue with performance. So I'm looking at the app, it's really perfectly designed for investors. I really hope everybody adopt this kind of principle when they go ahead and build application for investors, right? It's not just about being able to invest, it's about have the perfect platform for investors. Now, one thing that's missing in the platform right now is the secondary market. So if you decided to go ahead and sell your share, you cannot actually go ahead and sell it in a secondary market. However, it seems to be planned based on the data that I have been reading around. So if I'm going to go ahead, for example, and click on this property, you can see the hold period actually is not long. You can literally go ahead and sell your share. Let's go down here. I believe the exit strategy, you can do it after 3 months. So after 3 months, or technically 3 months to 6 months, if you go ahead and sell it after that hold period, in the first 3 months, actually, you will probably lose some money, so you don't want to do it. I think you actually go down to 95% of your value. So just keep that in mind. You probably want to do it after the 6 months. So you may end up actually losing money if you sell your share in the first year. You want to hold on them at least for 12 months. Now, after the 12 months, you can actually go ahead and sell them directly to the app itself. Again, this is the current situation. I believe this is going to change once the market goes live, because once the market goes live, anybody can be able to go ahead and sell and buy their share directly to other investors with 100% of the share price. I don't know if there are going to be any fees on that secondary market. Again, it's a little bit early on to guess. But right now, what we are seeing, for example, they're showing you for this property, because it's open for all, they reduce the timeline. After 3 months, you can actually go ahead and sell it. But again, after 3 months, they will actually say, hey, you're going to get 95% of the value of that share. Then we're going to deduct from you any distribution we made. So you will actually lose money. After 6 months, probably, there's no fees. And again, I don't believe they have updated this in the Q&A. Right now, they are indicating it based on the 12 months, because this is what they used to do for accredited investors. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you one last important thing about this platform, which is the fees, because this is the one area where I'm not really super happy about the platform. So I'm going to go ahead and show it to you, and you can find it in the Q&A. And while I'll do so, I'm going to go ahead and share with you that we are running a giveaway right now on our channel. So every time we add 100 new subscribers to our channel, we're going to go ahead and give one free merch to one lucky subscriber. And I'm going to go ahead and actually handpick these subscribers based on their interaction with our YouTube channel. So if you are interested in participating in our giveaway, all you have to do is make sure to subscribe to our channel. Now I'm going to go ahead and write fees in this section, and you can see under the Ark7 fee structure. Now, they are showing that they have 2 fees, and overall, it sounds reasonable. They have a sourcing fee and management fee. The sourcing fee is 3%, which actually consider reasonable when I compare them with any other platform. The management fee, really, when I'm a little bit troubled, because they are not really one fee, they are 2 fees. One, they have 8 to 5% of the rental income go to the property management. But they also have another fee which I'm not happy about it, which you can see it in the last line, which called Ark7 may charge from half month to 1 month of rental fee when filling a new vacancy. So when somebody go ahead and leave the property and they need to find a new person to go ahead and rent it, they are charging us between half to 1 full month of rent, which is really a lot of money. So this is a portion where I'm really a little bit struggle with it. Why are you charging me 1 month, for example, of rent when you already have a management fee, right? I believe filling that property when it became vacant is your job as a part of the management fee. So this is one of the fees I'm honestly not happy about it. I hope they go ahead and eliminate it. I'm just a little bit troubled about this one. So this is the one thing I am not really super happy about. And again, it comes down to you. Some people might be comfortable with this. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to go ahead and say I'm not investing because of this, because again, I love the platform overall. And yeah, I may lose some money, but I take into consideration how often people actually move out of the, rental property. This is not like I'm renting for Airbnb, right? This is a property where people come in. Some people stay 5-10 years, so it might not happen as often. And again, I will be monitoring my portfolio to see, how will this play for me. If I see it happening every year, now we're going to have a problem, right? But if it's happening one in, every blue moon or whatever, then that's fine. I can live with it. So this is just one thing I wanted to share regarding the fees. Again, it is not a deal breaker for me, but I want to point out their fees overall is actually higher than some of their competitor because of that half to 1 month of rent. Now, again, overall, it's a very smooth platform. They have a lot of great stuff. I'm planning to go ahead and actually provide you update going forward. So if you guys want to go ahead and, let me know how often you want to see the frequency on this app. I honestly think it's going to be probably one of the best applications to invest in a 2022 and afterward. So consider, checking the app. And again, don't forget to use our link in the description if you are signing up. You can get $50 sign-up bonus using that link when you invest $2,000 or more. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure to subscribe if you are not already a subscriber, like this video and turn on the notification button. Thank you guys and stay tuned with We'll See Banda.